Christmas.
Now, I wasn't going to bring this up, but I had thrown a little poll up on Facebook and Twitter. No one answered the Twitter one, of course. No one ever responds to my Twitter stuff. It's basically, like I said, it's like talking to myself while I'm driving home. I just post stuff, and then it's out there in the universe, and maybe someone reads it. I don't even know. But on Facebook, we had gotten, I was like, what's your favorite Christmas movie? And there wasn't many people who responded to it, but apparently the most popular Christmas movie is Die Hard.
Yep.
And it's not really what I meant. I mean, Die Hard takes place at Christmas time because he's going to see his wife and she's at a Christmas party, blah, 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 blah. Mm-hmm. But it's not really a Christmas movie. I was talking more of a Christmas movie where there's trees and gifts and chaos. I mean, there's chaos, definitely in Die Hard, but it's not. Sure. It's not like he's helping Santa deliver presents against, Russian terrorists or whatever they are. They have accents. I don't know.
They were German thieves.
Oh, okay, Germans. That's right. They're Germans. Because in Die Hard and Vengeance, it's his brother or whatever.
Yeah.
But, so, it's like, I don't argue the point that it's a Christmas film, but it's not really a Christmas film. It's not like...
Just because it takes place during the holidays doesn't make it a holiday movie.
I mean, Gremlins takes place in Christmas, too, and I wouldn't call it a Christmas movie.
I actually would. But.
Well, I know you... I mean, technically it is, and you can call it that, but if in my list of Christmas movies, it wouldn't be... It might be in the top 10 because I'd have to stretch to make 10 movies that I like.
Yeah.
But top 5, no way.
Yeah.
Either one, Die Hard or Gremlins. I mean, a lot of people were saying, like, Home Alone... And I just don't like Home Alone. I mean, it's just not, there's funny parts to it, but it's like, ooh, Home Alone's on? Nah, I'll see what else is on, And that's the other problem I have, too, because they did a sequel, which was basically the same exact movie. Instead, it was in New York. Because he could do more. Because he's a little bit older now. Now he can roam the streets of New York and no one worry about a 12-year-old. And ironically, that the same bad guys in the first movie just happen to be in New York at the same time he's there, and they remember all the shit that they put him through the Christmas. And it's literally the next Christmas. It's not even like it's a few years later. It's literally the next Christmas there. Quit fiddling with your microphone. I can hear every move.
Just trying to get it to balance.
Well, I know. You have to understand that with the house up for sale that, where the Peter Vile Studios are, with my air quotes, I had to downsize our little studio, so it's basically just 2 mics on a desk with the mixer. Mm-hmm. So it's a little bit weird because we were used to it looking and feeling a little bit easier to deal with. So where the hell did I put my phone? I keep hearing it go off, but I don't know where it is. It's over there. Okay, never mind. So Vacation's my favorite Christmas movie. What would be your favorite Christmas movie?
Well... That's
a Christmas movie, not Die Hard or Gremlins or something else that takes place in December.
Well, for me, it's like, I don't know. For me, I grew up just watching like a lot of the kids stuff growing up. Like the Christmas specials on TV. Like Rudolph and Santa Claus is Coming to Town and... How the Grinch Stole Christmas and stuff like that. But as I got older, I got to say probably the movies that kind of I latched on to are the chaotic ones. Are the one. It's funny too because I have a pretty normal family.
For most.
Yeah, but for me, for some reason, I always appreciated more of the chaotic type families, Christmases, especially in films such as Home Alone and Christmas Vacation, Christmas Story.
See, what's funny is I don't think of Christmas Story as really chaotic.
Yeah.
It's just a weird family. There's not really a lot of chaos.
Yeah. Except for when the Bumpus' dogs show up.
Exactly.
But for me, I'm probably actually one of my favorite movies watching was the Ref with Dennis Leary and Kevin Spacey.
That's a good movie.
Just because of the fact that it is a very dysfunctional family, and just to see how these people get along is pretty hilarious. And for me, one of my favorite lines out of it is Dennis Leary because Dennis Leary basically plays a cat burglar who goes into the different houses and steals the money and jewels out of people's safes. Anyway, he gets caught by one of the houses that he's trying to loot in their little booby trap that they have for burglars. So anyway, while he's trying to keep from getting caught by the police, he basically takes Kevin Spacey and his wife hostage, so that way he can make it out of town safely. Anyway, Kevin Spacey's character and his wife, I think he's played by Judy Davis. Anyway, they're basically a married couple that's on the verge of divorce, and but at the same time, Kevin Spacey's character is also being manipulated by his mother, who basically gave him a loan on the house and stuff like that, and she just sees his marriage going downhill. But anyway, Dennis Leary delivers this line in the movie, like saying, "I've seen loan sharks that are more forgiving than you are," as he's saying that to Kevin Spacey's mother in the film.
Yeah, see, but that's not really a Christmas movie either, though.
Yeah, it
takes place at Christmas.
But there is a family get together.
True.
It's Christmas time, and then of course, his sister-in-law, played by Christine Baranski, says, "Oh, really? What gives you the right to have an opinion at this? Slipper socks, medium."
I guess you have to see the movie.
You got to see the movie to understand that reference, just because that's another funny line in the movie.
So if you want to understand what Foob's talking about, go out and rent The Ref, starring Dennis Leary. That movie was that was a 90s movie, though, right?
Yeah, it was a 90s movie.
It was a 90s movie. Early 90s, though, right?
Yeah. But it's one of those ones that when I was at the video store, people would say, "Hey, what do you recommend for a Christmas movie?" Like, "Hey, you have a dysfunctional family? Yeah, watch this."
I mean, that's a good point. I mean, you are the authority.
But then again, at the video store, I'd always put in movies such as Christmas Vacation, Christmas Story.
I'm kind of surprised.
Ernest Saves Christmas.
I'm kind of surprised that you would put Christmas Vacation, because it is kind of there's a bit of language in it.
Yeah, well, we were allowed. It was still basically a PG-13 film, so we were allowed to put anything in the store that was PG-13 or less.
It was funny because when you brought up the thing about TV specials and stuff like that, I started thinking about it while you're telling your ref story, that I was kind of the same way. It's like you don't really start watching the Christmas movies until you get a little bit older, because like when you're a kid, there's the Christmas standards like Charlie Brown Christmas,
How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Like you said, Rudolph and Santa. Like I probably have seen it, but I don't remember it. Santa Claus Coming. Like we were at Doghouse, and it was on. I was like, "What the hell is this? I've never seen this movie before."
Yeah,
it's like, "Oh, it's Santa Claus Coming." I'm like that the young man is Santa Claus before he was Santa Claus. Like, oh, okay. I have no idea if I've ever seen it. I seen part of it at Doghouse.
Yep.
And it was on the other night because ABC does their 25 Days of Christmas, so they showed nothing but Christmas movies.
Yeah. What are some of the other films I used to put in all the time? Like It's a Wonderful Life, of course. Miracle on 34th Street. The Home Alone movies were popular during that time. And then of course the Santa Claus was great. Both the Tim Allen version, and for those of you who don't know, there was a movie from the 80s called Santa Claus the Movie
with Dudley Moore and John Lithgow. That was one of my favorite movies as a kid. Mm-hmm. It was like basically the first Christmas.
Yeah.
And where Santa Claus came from and the whole idea. And I don't know. I mean, John Lithgow and Dudley Moore in it, but the guy who played Santa has been in a bunch of stuff too, but I don't know his name.
Yeah, his name escapes me right now too. And then, of course, one of the standard fare during the holiday season is, of course, pretty much anything with a Christmas Carol, having to do with the concept of a Christmas Carol.
Yeah, like every year there's a new one.
Yeah,
it seems like.
But of course, being that the video store we worked at, everybody loved Scrooge.
Well, I think everybody should love Scrooge. First of all, it's Bill Murray. And you can't go wrong with Bill Murray. And not only is that, it's like Bill Murray and then his other brother. It's like all his brothers in the movie too, and all play characters. Mm-hmm. And Carol Kane's in it. Buster Poindexter.
David Johansen.
Yeah.
John Forsythe. And John Glover,
John. There's so many people in the movie, and it's just
Alfred Woodard.
I think it was a perfect, like, when it came out, because that was like a late 80s movie too, and I think when it came out, it was like all those people that were in the film were really kind of like known.
Yeah.
And it was like a big deal comedy, new take on a modern take on A Christmas Carol. I mean, because to me, see, what's funny to me is I don't think of The Christmas Carol as a Christmas movie though, because it's very dark.
Yeah.
I mean, it's about Christmas, but it's not really a Christmas film, in my opinion. I mean, it's like,
more about, basically just the quote unquote the Ebenezer Scrooge of the story just kind of has to come to the reality that, hey, you know what, life is short. You can't be greedy your entire life and treat people like crap. That's what the whole point of it is.
What's funny about that is I've always had a problem with them. I've always had a problem with the Ghost of Christmas Future, because just because you start being nice doesn't mean you're not going to die.
Exactly.
And so his fate is they've already shown him his fate. The only difference is it's either going to be just his brother at the funeral or a million people at his funeral. He's still dying. I mean, it's weird to die on Christmas. Yeah. I mean, maybe his ways change and he doesn't die on Christmas, but it's inevitable for everybody.
It's not just that. He not only shows him his future, but he shows him the future of the other people that he's affected. Like the Bob Cratchit character and the Tiny Tim
That's
character.
Probably a good point. That's probably more of what it is.
I think that's what more tears at his heartstrings.
Yeah, the way he affected other people's lives. You're probably 100% right on that one.
Yeah, because it's not so much his future that he's worried about; it's the other people, and that's the basically.
But the turning point was his death.
Yeah, exactly.
Once again, a movie that, it kind of takes place on Christmas, but it's actually more Christmas Eve, because the first ghost visits him at midnight on Christmas. Well, then technically it's Christmas Day if he visits him at midnight.
Yeah, but he does make it to Christmas Day because that's the following morning when
he buys a turkey and stuff, and has the happy ending, and Bob Cratchit's little kid gets crutches and a new leg, and,
Yeah.
My favorite one, though, is Scrooge. Second is Muppet Christmas Carol. But I love Muppets, though. I like the Muppets because they always do stuff where it's almost like I don't know.
They do things with such a strange, humorous twist.
They break the fourth wall, too, a lot.
Yeah,
it's like they're puppets, but they're puppets.
And they know they're Muppets, and people are watching them.
And Michael Caine was good as Ebenezer Scrooge in it.
Yeah.
So, I've seen a million versions of it.
Oh, by the way, would you mind mentioning your favorite Muppet, quote-unquote Muppet type show that you watched growing up?
Oh, yeah, it's funny because I was going to go there, and then we got on the other subject because you're talking about TV specials. When me and my brother were kids, it wasn't Christmas until we saw Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas. That, to me, was the most amazing thing because it was a completely Muppet show. There was no people in it. No, everything was made. All the characters were Muppets and puppets and stuff like that. Well, they're puppets, not Muppets. But yeah, it wasn't Christmas until we saw Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas. And the thing was, it was on every year, like on ABC. Like I think too, it was always on like the weekend before Christmas. I think it was always like one of those Sunday night specials, like at 7:00.
Yeah.
So
I actually remember when it was an original special that aired on HBO.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
See, we didn't. It was funny. We didn't have cable, so we taped a lot of stuff on our VCR. Like my first copy of Star Wars had commercials. The first copy I owned of Star Wars was the 10-year anniversary special that was on TV. So it had commercials, plus it had interviews with the actors in between during the commercial breaks.
That's funny.
Yeah, and we wore the hell out of that tape. I don't know if I've ever owned a copy of the original. I don't think I ever have.
I did. I remember I had an original trilogy box set at one point.
The one that came out in the 90s?
On VHS, it was... I think it might have been the 90s.
It was the red, black... It was like the black box?
Yeah, it was the black box. Had all 3 movies in it, and basically had a nice little cover that you can lift off and everything. So
I think that was a 20-year...
Yeah.
I think it was like 97 when that came out.
Maybe it was earlier. I think it was
Maybe it was a 15-year.
Yeah, 15 years, something like that. It was a pretty cool set.
Yeah.
And then, of course, they released the DVDs and screwed them all up. Anyway.
Well, they've supposedly made up for that because they just released